Good afternoon. May I have your attention, please? Thank you, thank you. Today's celebration will begin in approximately 10 minutes. We ask that you please find your seats, turn off your cell phones, other noise-making devices. We also ask that during the ceremony you do not move into the aisles to take photographs during the ceremony. Professional photographers are here. They will be shooting photos of each graduate as they receive their diploma and again off stage. We ask you to please keep the aisles clear before and after the ceremony for the graduates to enter and exit. Mount St. Joseph University is photographing and/or recording this event. By attending, you understand and agree that the university may use video, audio, photographs, or other recordings of you from this event for advertising, trade, or other business uses in any medium or technology now known or later developed. By attending, you release the university, its owners, affiliates, officers, directors, employees, agents, subcontractors, and any other authorized person or entity from any claims arising from use of any video, audio, photograph, or other recording. Thank you.
afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome. I am Janet Cox, Dean of Students, and it is my pleasure to announce that the 103rd commencement of Mount St. Joseph University will now begin. Will the audience please clear the side and rear aisles? Please rise for the academic procession.
Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome. I am Dr. Diana Davis, Provost and Master of Ceremonies for Commencement. This graduating class is part of a long tradition we have established at Mount St. Joseph University. So it is indeed an honor to welcome our graduates, members of their families and friends to the 2019 Mount St. Joseph University Commencement. I would like to thank many individuals here today who have contributed to the achievement of these graduates. The family and friends of our graduates have played a vital role in supporting and encouraging the graduates to reach their educational goals. We want you to know that we appreciate you. Will the family and friends of our graduates please stand and be recognized? To members of the platform party and other special guests, I'm pleased you're here to celebrate this special occasion. I would like to introduce members of the Mount's Board of Trustees in the platform party. Please stand as your name is called and remain standing. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Jason Niehaus, Chair, Board of Trustees. Sister Annette Muckerhide. Timothy G. Ogg. Sister Marianne Flannery. Kenneth Ryan. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing the members of our Board of Trustees. It's also a pleasure to have with us today Cynthia Schmidt-Perry, President of the Alumni Board. Please join me in thanking Cynthia for her leadership. The next group that I would like to introduce is a very special group. These individuals make Mount St. Joseph University graduates the very best. Their dedication is the key to the success of each graduate. I am, of course, referring to Mount faculty and staff. Will the faculty and staff please stand and remain standing? Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing these outstanding individuals. I now invite everyone to stand for the invocation offered by Sister Karen Elliott, Director of Mission Integration, and remain standing for the national anthem to be sung by Megan Rem, graduating from the university today with a Bachelor of Art in Music. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
I'd ask you to please close your eyes and take a deep breath. And in that breath, to recognize the presence of the divine within you and within each person in this room. Let us pray. May we open our minds and our hearts as we recall that our loving God is with us in all that we are and all that we do. May God, who began this good work in us, carry it through to completion, enabling us to use our gifts and talents to the fullest. May God give us the courage to make wise choices as we respond to the grace of the present moment and remain faithful to our commitments. May God grace us with discomfort at easy answers, half-truths, and superficial relationships, so that we will live by the values we hold deep within our hearts. May God grace us with anger at injustice, oppression, and the exploitation of people, so that we will work for justice, peace, and the common good. May God grace us with the foolishness to think that we can make a difference in the world, so that we will do the things that others tell us cannot be done. And may our integrity be our gift to the world as we dare to risk a caring response each and every day of our lives. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Megan. At this time, Jason Niehaus, Chair of the Board of Trustees, will present the candidate for the honorary degree.
Would Ambassador Earthren Cousin please stand? Ambassador Earthren Cousin has witnessed hunger in America and across the globe. She has shared her leadership and skills to address urgent food needs, and she is a global advocate for lasting solutions to food insecurity and hunger. From her professional leadership in the White House, the United Nations, and internationally, Ms. Cousin has forged relationships, emphasized practical problem solving, and addressed hunger and food insecurity for vulnerable populations in America and throughout the world. From 2012 to 2017, Ms. Cousin was Executive Director of the United Nations World Food Program, the largest humanitarian organization in the world. She oversaw operations of 14,000 staff, serving 80 million beneficiaries in 75 countries. She built relationships with global government, business, and community leaders to seek long-lasting solutions to world hunger. In 2009, Ms. Cousin was nominated by then President Obama and confirmed by the Senate as the U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Agencies for Food and Agriculture in Rome. Ambassador Cousin represented the United States for all food, agriculture, and nutrition-related issues, and in discussions with global leaders regarding humanitarian and development activities. Prior to these appointments, Ms. Cousin helped lead the U.S. domestic fight to end hunger while serving as Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of America's Second Harvest Now Feeding America. Earlier in her career, Cousin served as Senior Vice President at Albertson Foods and on the Board for International Food and Agriculture Development. For her accomplishments as the White House liaison to the State Department under then President Clinton, she received the department's Meritorious Service Award for expeditiously and successfully addressing foreign policy issues that arose when the U.S. hosted the Atlantic Olympics. For her international reputation as a leader with visionary thinking, Ms. Cousin was chosen as the Payne Distinguished Lecturer for Stanford University's Freeman Spogli Institute for International Studies. She also serves as a Distinguished Fellow in the Institute's Center for Food Security and the Environment, and for the Center of Democracy, Development, and the Rule of Law. Ms. Cousin is also Distinguished Global Fellow on the Chicago Council on Global Affairs. A native of Chicago, Ms. Cousin is a graduate of the University of Illinois and the University of Georgia Law School. She has published extensively on agriculture development, food security, and nutrition. She has been listed in Forbes' 100 Most Powerful Women, on Time's 100 Most Influential list, and one of the 500 most powerful people on the planet by Foreign Policy magazine. Today, Mount St. Joseph University commends Ambassador Earthren Cousin for her decades of national and international leadership, her achievements to address world hunger, and her dedication to serve those most vulnerable in society. Assisting Dr. Williams with the hooding of Miss Etherin Cousin is Sister Annette Muckerhide, a member of the Board of Trustees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of Ohio, I confer on you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters and welcome you into the ranks of the Mount alumni. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present Ambassador Earthren Cousin, our commencement speaker.
Oh, mio Dio. And an introduction like that, you know what it says? You're old. President Dr. H. James Williams, Provost Dr. Diana Davis, Chair of the Board of Trustees Jason Newhouse, faculty, staff, trustees, and administrators, students and friends and family of the Mount, and of course, the Sisters of Charity. Sister Annette, Sister Karen, did I tell you that I am a product of nuns, Blessed Virgin Mary nuns? Not Sisters of Charity, but I had my nuns too. To the graduating class of 2019, I am honored and humbled to celebrate this day with the Mount's 2019 graduating class. I am now part of the mighty, mighty Mount. As I prepared my remarks for this commencement address, the more I learned about this university, the prouder and more excited I became about this opportunity to stand before you today. In a time when so many in our country can't disagree without being disagreeable, when we can't disagree without vilifying those with a different opinion or different point of view, the Mount doesn't just talk about a need for embracing the diversity of America. You lead by example. One recent example, hosting the ceremony and celebrating the naturalization of 99 new Americans, proudly witnessing while acknowledging the truth spoken by President Williams on that day when he said, "We are all immigrants or descendants of immigrants." Class of 2019, you are not just graduating from college, you are matriculating from the Mount. The Mount effectively provides a space for enriching not just the mind, but the heart and the soul of not just the students, but even the community. You made it. And as you applauded your parents and your family and friends earlier, you recognize that you haven't arrived here alone, that your journey has been paved with challenges and opportunity, and overcoming the challenges and achieving the opportunities is always easier when shared with those you love. Remembering to say thank you along the way is always a good thing. And tomorrow is Mother's Day. You could not give your mothers a better present than having the ability to sit here today and to applaud for you. It's also my birthday tomorrow. I was my mother's very first Mother's Day present. So, in the very short time I have with you this afternoon, I'd like to take that time to give you 3 lessons that journey that you heard about, the lessons I've learned across that journey. First of all, graduates, a cautionary reminder. As you transition into your next role, remember this mantra: I am not my job title. Many of you today will walk down the aisle with a job already secured and even the big or small title already in hand. And congratulations to you. But remember, you are not your job title. Some of you may not have secured the position you hoped, or may even still be in the process of interviewing. But remember those Mount statistics that 98.2% of all students are employed within 6 months of graduation. So fret not, because whether the next phase of your journey begins tomorrow or 6 months from now, job titles are fleeting, particularly in 2019. Defining your self-worth or self-esteem by a job title will undoubtedly lead to disappointment and frustration. In my career, as you heard, I've held job titles as Distinguished Fellow, Executive Director, even Ambassador, which, by the way, came with an added benefit of the required reference to calling me Your Excellency. Other job titles included President and CEO, Founder, White House Liaison, Executive President, and so on, and blah, blah, blah. Not defining. What defines you will not depend upon that title, whether in the present or the future. It will not determine your personal or professional trajectory. The point is, it's about how you perform the work, the problems you solve, the lives you change, the justice you help deliver for for those individuals and communities detrimentally impacted by lack of access to education and opportunity, challenges exacerbated often by climate change, urbanization, and rising economic inequality. Your generation, Generation Z, those born after 1995, often referred to by social scientists and marketers alike as the linksters, because you were linked into technology from day one. Many of you knew how to swipe before you could walk. Your Generation Z, where in India each month 1 million young people turn 18. Not only are you more connected globally, you are more multicultural, multiracial, more tolerant, and more entrepreneurial. You have more access to information than ever available before in human history. How will you use those tools you have been given beyond the job title? I read a story recently about a group of college engineering students who volunteered in Mexico and then returned to campus, where they began a research project to design cost-effective, sturdy housing that can withstand natural disasters in developing countries. How will you go beyond your job title for those who depend upon your voice, your talents, your skills, your advocacy, and your leadership to make a difference? Your reputation will derive from these things, not from any one position or job title. Which leads me to my second point. Even in 2019, reputation matters. There will come a time when no one will ask you, from where did you graduate? There will come a time when no one will ask, did you graduate magna, summa, or thank you latte? Your stature, your future standing and reputation is built upon each experience and what you delivered, how you delivered. Are you the person your team can depend upon? Did you perform the work, the job, like it was an opportunity of a lifetime, or work just enough to pad your resume in hopes of moving on to the better title? When difficult moments arise, do you walk away or stand and fight? Or are you the woman at the table when the team turns around for leadership, direction, and a way forward, who is there to work to find the answers? Reputation opens doors long after the ink on your diploma fades. So today, as you sit anxiously in your robes, taking selfies and posting memes on Instagram, though they told you to turn off those phones, nobody wants to hear about reputation or think about future difficulties and challenges. But tough times will come. Difficulties will occur. When you are in that hole, remember this day and these words: get up. Learn the lessons and get up. Move on. Be the person who moves forward. Don't let life get you down. Recall the joys and the success and the joy you are feeling right now sitting here in your chair. Because the reputation of most important is the one in your own mind. Believe in yourself enough to see yourself getting up, succeeding, moving forward. And by the way, when it's tough, don't be afraid to ask for help, because nobody successfully gets through this life on their own. My third and final point, and I will sit down quickly, is err with a passion on the side of humanity and caring. Work for your heart and soul and not just for your paycheck. Live your life fully. Share the grace of this life with family, friends, and community, remembering your community encompasses the globe, even those who don't look like you, don't share your language, your religion, or your culture. When I finished law school, I was a single parent, without a job, no title. I had studied law under Dean Rusk and fell in love with the idea of developing international policy that would support greater opportunities for the entire globe. But I needed a job that would provide support for myself and my son. So I went to practice community law, and that became my vocation. And politics and advocacy with international protests became my avocation. But in both vocation and avocation, I brought passion. I built a reputation as a passionate, good, innovative, hardworking lawyer, and over the years, that reputation, coupled with my volunteer activities, led to me working on the campaign and ultimately in the administration of Bill Clinton, and then later in President Obama. Yes, girl from the west side of the city of Chicago became Her Excellency. So working with passion will make rising each day and working into the night not only tolerable, but surprisingly joyful. Too many, too often spend years seeking the job or career opportunity which will feed their passion, when in fact, your passion may not be fed by one thing that you do in life. Passion is an attitude. It is giving your best. Bring passion into everything, whether in work, family, or life. And if you can't find purpose on the job that pays your bills, still perform the work with passion, and then volunteer or make time for an avocation that generates joy, while passionately performing the work that meets your financial needs. Sing in the choir, tutor inner city children, even coach a Fortnite team. Honestly, performing this work, making a difference is rarely ever glamorous, or sometimes it can even be thankless. Yet if you mix passion in every part of your life, the work, your family, your community activities, the time spent will be joyful. So as I take my seat, let me remind you of my 3 lessons from my journey that I hope and all the things you remember, you'll remember today. Embrace your choice, and always remember it's not just about you. It's about the people and the communities you serve. It's not about your job title. It's about the work you perform and the difference you help make. If you deliver for those you serve, you will build a reputation which opens doors. If you live life passionately and embrace the opportunities of the open doors, you will not only achieve the desired success, you will find your personal joy. And for now, take my word for it, success is sweeter when what you achieve fills your heart and your head as much as your wallet. Even more so when you achieve, and when and what you achieve includes creating a positive difference in the life of others. The feeling is sweet. So class of 2019, today is your day. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share it with you. Go out, make a positive difference in the world. I, for one, look forward to watching you fly. Enjoy the journey. Good luck and best wishes.
Thank you, Ambassador Kezin. Candidates for the degrees will now be presented. Following the presentation of all candidates, Dr. H. James Williams, President, will confer the degrees. Will the audience please withhold applause until all candidates are presented? Elizabeth Van Wassenhove, Instructor and Program Director, Early Childhood Education, School of Education, will present the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Fine Arts. James Carter II, Associate Professor, Department of Criminology and Criminal Justice, and Stephanie Bolden, Instructor, Department of Nursing, will present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degrees. Stephanie Bolden will also present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present the following candidates for the bachelor degrees. Candidates for the degree of the Bachelor of Arts, please come forward. London McKenna Bishop, magna cum laude. Toria Latricia Black. Braden Joseph Bolser, cum laude. Regala Kaylin Browder. Brandy Mae Bunch. Sarah Roseanne Campbell, summa cum laude. Jake Michael Cropper. Ashley Ann DeBurger, magna cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Eichhold, cum laude. Riley Nicole Ferguson, cum laude. Samantha J. Finke, magna cum laude. Robert J. Gilligan, Jr. Josie Lee Hart. Dylan Harrison Hart. Jenna Elizabeth Huber. Layla Ann Jafari, magna cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Jacobs, summa cum laude. Brady Johnson. Kieri Imani Jones. Brooke Elizabeth Kinney, magna cum laude. Anthony M. Mangione, summa cum laude. Megan Corrine Rem. Emma Dawn Odell, summa cum laude. Brian Frederick Mendel. Madison Paige Morelli. Sierra Alexandra Morris. Veronica J. Murray, magna cum laude. Margaret Grace Uphill. Sarah Jordan Parker. Kaylee Alexandria Clemens, magna cum laude. Tyler Lee Robertson. Simon Otto Schaefer. Lindsay Nicole Spatz, summa cum laude. Brooklyn Elizabeth Sturwald, summa cum laude. Maria Lynn Venturini, magna cum laude. Cooper Lee Wade. Brian Matthias Wesley. Nicholas Alexander Willis. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts, please come forward. Sarah Elizabeth Gerhardt. Nicholas Scott Grimes, magna cum laude. Caleb J. Rutledge, magna cum laude. Nicholas Alexander Shulin, summa cum laude.
Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science, please come forward. John Kenneth Abner. Christopher Allen Artale. James Todd O. Miller II, magna cum laude. Josh Bailey. Martha Jane Bates, cum laude. Tyler Allen Britton. Riley Elizabeth Bruner, cum laude. Jasmine Nicole Cahill. Aaron Damon Carter. Lauren Ann Casey, magna cum laude. Julia Shuji Keisan. Is that sorry. Diamond Joy Colton. Kama. Kama Lauren Charles, cum laude. Logan Dean Allen Chowning, magna cum laude. Nathan Daniel Clark, cum laude. Taylor C. Clark. Chad David Robert Camarada. Jacob Lee Croston. Sebastian Lee Cunningham. Maria Suzanne DeTulio. Nicholas Austin Dooley. Junior, okay. Jermaine Eric Drake Jr. Kayla Eaton. I know, I asked your sister how to say it. Jairicus C. Fair Harris. Ashley Ferrier. Joshua Ishmael Flagg Jackson. Leah Colleen Foki. Macy Frotnick. Seth Aaron Freppen. Benjamin Douglas Frizzell. Mackenzie Marie Fromeyer. Andrew Todd Gamble. Samuel Kevin Garrity. Lauren Christine Gates, magna cum laude. Joy Margaret Glacken, magna cum laude. Raylon Goodman. Demetrius Graham. Christopher David Green, cum laude. Stephen Russell Grisbeck. Madeline Have, magna cum laude. Tyler Hannah. Joshua Matthew Helton, summa cum laude. Keela Baskin Holt. Christopher Robert Honeybrink. Haley Rose Hudson. Tammy Renee Isfert, cum laude. Megan Ariana Johnson Pickup. Alexander James Johnston, cum laude. Ronnie Jones. Brianna Kaylee Koff. Joshua David King. Kayla Elizabeth Lacey. Taylor Stephen Lee. Okay. Brianna Ray Looney. Austin William Lowry. Oh, yeah. Diana Shakaya Mack. Tyler Jack Mayno. Connor James McCracken. Hannah Ray Mextreth. Lauren Ashley Meese. Nicholas David Melbardis. Mitchell Thomas Moorhead, summa cum laude. Nathan Williams Mueller. Taylor Christine Murphy, cum laude. Sarah Louise Palmer, magna cum laude.
Matthew Christian Paluga, cum laude. Jennifer Kathleen Peter. Andrew Lee Phelps, magna cum laude. Ryan Edward Pickney. Courtney Pippin, cum laude. Stacy Nicole Pittman. Corey R. Porter. Liam Cole Rabe. Allison Nicole Rashi, magna cum laude. Erica Noel Rawlings. Grayson Drew Roberts. Tavon Leon Robertson. Haley Autumn Robinson. Amber Nicole Roselle. Cum laude, I'm sorry. Brendan Earl Savage, magna cum laude. Alyssa Leanne Schmidt. Kenneth Lee Simpson III. Megan Lynn Sproul, summa cum laude. Jocelyn Janae Sperling. Jordan Nicole Staggs. Florence Jean Stallworth. Roger Andrew Stark, cum laude. Zach Richard Stork. Savannah Rose Sturgill. Sean Edward Sullivan. Caitlin May Tartar. Zachary Charles Taylor. Cole Tepe. Jessica Lynn Wagner, summa cum laude. Guy Sean Watkins, Jr. Blake Elliott Watson. Christopher Thomas Wells. Allie Marie Wiseman, magna cum laude. Deanna Renee Wilson. Sarah Ann Winstead. Lauren Marie Wolterman. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, please come forward. Mary Catherine Bowman, cum laude. Caroline Michelle Briggs, summa cum laude. Logan Worthy Bright. Molly Ann Britton, summa cum laude. Chloe McKenna Caudill. Amy Lou Davis. Abigail Marie Evans. Melissa Marie Fraser, summa cum laude. Emerald Desiree Fry. Linda Gail Gilton, magna cum laude. Robin Anderson Gray, cum laude. Ashley Joe Hill. Kaylin Rochelle Heisel. Sydney Lynn Koo. Bailey Lehman. John Albert Meisman. Morgan Taylor O'Neill. Shannon Nancy O'Toole, cum laude. Alexis Marissa Pace. Courtney Marie Pringer. Kathy Ann Price, magna cum laude. Alyssa Marie Richardson. Olivia Shee. Hannah Grace Stalen, cum laude. Molly Catherine Taylor. Brooke Ashley Thomas. Honesty Tubbs. Lauren Westerbeck. Will the candidates please stand for the conferring of your degree?
That was quick. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of Ohio, I confer on you the degree for which you have been nominated and welcome you into the ranks of the Mount alumni. Graduates, you may change your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations.
Please be seated. Many of our students received recognition for outstanding accomplishments, and I am pleased to recognize students who have received awards for outstanding leadership. Students receiving Excellence in Leadership Awards were formally recognized at the Honors Convocation during the celebration of teaching and learning that took place on April 11th. I ask that the students receiving this honor stand at their seats and remain standing until I complete the list, and we will recognize you. London Bishop, Toria Black, Jacob Croston, Riley Ferguson, Macy Frotneck, Emma Dawn Odell, Nicholas Shalin. Join me in recognizing all of these wonderful leaders. The Jane Cooney Armstrong Award is presented annually to a senior student who has shown consistent diligence in overcoming obstacles and difficulties in pursuit of higher education. The university is proud to award this honor to Sebastian Lee Cunningham. Today, Sebastian received a Bachelor of Science in Criminology. Sebastian, please come forward to receive your award. The Sister Maria Corona Leadership Award is presented each year to a graduating student who has demonstrated consistent, outstanding leadership in campus and community activities. The university is proud to award this honor to Emma Dawn Odell. Today, Emma is receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Communications and New Media Studies. Emma, please come forward to receive your award.
I am pleased to recognize students who have received awards for outstanding achievement in their academic departments. These awards have been presented previously at the Honors Convocation during Celebration of Teaching and Learning that took place on April 11 and in department ceremonies. The students' names appear in your commencement program. The Mount St. Joseph University Distinguished Student Award is presented to a student who has demonstrated superior academic performance, as well as active participation in community service consistent with the Catholic mission of the university. I am honored to present the Mount St. Joseph University Distinguished Student Award to Emma Dawn Odell. Today, Emma received her Bachelor of Arts in Communication and New Media Studies. Emma, please come forward.
Now, for those of you who know me, know that I like to talk, so I'm going to keep it brief. Thank you, Dr. Davis. I'm so honored and proud to stand before you all today and represent the 2019 undergraduate class of Mount St. Joseph University. When I first knew I would be giving this speech, my mind immediately went to Elle Woods in Legally Blonde and Troy Bolton in High School Musical 3. Those graduation speeches were iconic in my childhood, but I quickly remembered that using theirs would be plagiarism, which is basically murder in higher education. So, all jokes aside, I have been thinking about how to address all of you, the faculty, staff, and students who have constructed my reality of the Mount over the last 4 years. And when I think about the essence of my undergraduate experience, I am most drawn to the community, mission, and heart of this institution. The community at the Mount is the reason why we all sit here today. It is what makes these ordinary concrete walls so special. When I received a handwritten thank you card in the mail after touring the Mount, I knew that this was my school. This community draws us here as it is centered around unifying ideals that bring us together in a very divisive world. It allows us to find our place, whether that be with academics, student organizations, honor societies, employment, or athletics. The Mount community has enabled me to prioritize the foundational pieces of who I am, while providing endless opportunities for growth. My hope is that this community and our shared value of education is something that we carry with us to our future endeavors, and that we may be those inclusive beacons as we embrace the next chapter. The Mount has a mission that embodies Catholic social teaching and reflects many of my core beliefs as a Christian. This institution believes that there should be respect and concern for all persons. They value the diversity of culture and thought, and most of all, they believe that we are constantly challenged to give back and serve those who need a helping hand. These are unifying ideals that should guide us all, regardless of individual belief. I'll never forget the first time I heard President Williams speak, and he quoted Luke 12:48. "Everyone to whom much was given of him, much will be required. And from him to whom they entrusted much, they will demand much more." The moment I heard those words, all I could think about was the Mount. We are privileged to be here, and we have been given much to have this opportunity. Therefore, it is our responsibility to pay it forward in whatever way that we can. The heart. The core of our experience here is founded on education. And although classroom learning is a part of that, it is just a piece of what we have accomplished by furthering our education. One of my mentors, Janet Cox, has a sign hanging in her office that I believe best captures what we have learned here at the Mount. It reads, "We must learn to embrace change every day, to work for the common good, practice compassion, stand up for justice, ask for help, and listen with your whole heart." I have no idea how I ended up on this stage, but I embraced college, modeling the work ethic my parents instilled in me. I quickly learned that when I grew tired, it was time for me to rest, not to quit. As we leave here today, I encourage you all to take time to rest, thank those who helped you got here, and then put to action what we've learned. And to quote Elle Woods, "It is with passion, courage of conviction, and strong sense of self that we take our next steps into the world." Congratulations, class of 2019. We did it.
Thank you, Emma. It is now my great pleasure to invite Dr. H. James Williams, President of Mount St. Joseph University, to the podium.
Well, good afternoon. On behalf of the students, the faculty, the staff, the alumni, and the Board of Trustees, and in honor of our foundresses, the Sisters of Charity of Cincinnati, I welcome you to this 103rd commencement exercise. I welcome you to the Mount. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate excellence and achievement. As I begin, I recognize that tomorrow is Mother's Day, and so I'd like to start by simply extending a happy Mother's Day wish to all the mothers in the audience. Absolutely. And speaking of wonderful mothers, if you'll allow, I'd like to recognize the Mount First Lady, my wife, and mother of my children, Carol Campbell Williams, please. Thank you, Carol, for all you do for the Mount. We appreciate you. I would also like to recognize members of the Sisters of Charity of Cincinnati. If you're in here, please stand or raise your hand as you can so we can recognize you, please. We appreciate you and thank you for the heritage and values that sustain and inspire us. Are there any elected officials in the audience? Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. We so appreciate your commitment to serving us in whatever role. It's so important that we have persons who are willing to stand up and help us in our society, especially these days. So again, thank you very much. Hear, hear. And now, to my charge to the 2019 spring semester graduating class. First, I extend special thanks to all who have joined us on this commencement afternoon. We offer our congratulations to all of the parents, extended family members, and friends who have traveled near and far to see your graduates on this wonderful occasion. I commend all the graduates this morning. You came here with a goal, but you realized that a goal without a plan is just a wish. And so you developed your plan. You worked that plan, and you achieved it. You have really led us to recognize how important you have taken your education, and you have been successful. So we congratulate you absolutely. Thank you. You've earned our respect, to say the least. As you go forward this afternoon, please remember all you've learned and everything to which you've been exposed during your term here on the campus of Mount St. Joseph University. We've worked diligently to deliver on our promise of a great education in the Catholic intellectual tradition of free and open inquiry and the ongoing pursuit of knowledge and understanding. Indeed, you have earned an education that should inspire you to lifelong commitment to education and professional and community engagement, and in the spirit, tradition, and values of the Sisters of Charity of Cincinnati. We applaud your successes in educating yourselves well, and more important, in learning the real value of education and how you learn best. You leave here with whatever your major areas of study dictate are the critical professional skill sets and competencies for success. In addition, and true to our liberal arts mission, you leave here with the intellectual skill sets necessary to allow you to adapt to this dynamic world as it changes. You think critically, you analyze and synthesize, you communicate effectively both orally and in writing, you listen well, you're introspective, and you understand and appreciate literature, the performing arts, and you understand diversity and inclusion, and the importance of creativity and innovation. Most importantly, you not only understand what to do, but you understand how to do it with humanity and compassion. Indeed, you are well equipped to serve and lead your communities. Equally importantly, you leave here with the Mount values, understanding the importance of excellence in academic endeavors, the integration of life and learning, respect and concern for all persons, diversity of cultures and beliefs, and service to others. In the way that Socrates meant it, you are indeed citizens of the world, and we, that is all of humanity, need you to own that. We need you to embrace that. We look forward to your making your marks in this community, across the nation, and around the world. We also look forward to a lifetime of connectivity between you and all of us, your alma mater. And as it is with respect to your biological families, you can always come home to this, your alma mater, your family. And we will always greet you with open arms, open minds, and open hearts. As our keynote speaker said, look beyond your title to solve real problems and help others. She said, remember that your reputation is important and will open doors for you long after the ink on your diploma has dried. She talked about passion, and she actually gave us the great example of passion and what that does for all of us. Take those to heart. And as you prepare to celebrate your accomplishments, consider this. On the one hand, you have earned this moment through your hard work, diligence, discipline, and commitment to purpose. On the other hand, as Father Jim Walsh reminded us last evening during the baccalaureate, the best things in life are given. Life itself, love, friendship, peace of mind, talent, creativity, curiosity, discipline, diligence, commitment to purpose, and especially grace. They are all gifts from the Lord. Cherish them, build upon them, and most importantly, remember, as Luke 12:48 promises us, from everyone to whom much is given, much will be required. You are equal to that task. Indeed, you are well prepared to accept this challenge and move on to build great lives. We are our brothers and sisters' keepers. Therefore, go and fend for those who cannot fend for themselves. Be the voice for the voiceless and hope for the hopeless. And finally, remember, simplicity, humility, and charity. And dare to risk a caring response. Thank you.
It is now my pleasure to invite Cynthia Schmid-Perry, President of the Alumni Board, to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. Welcome, Mount St. Joseph alumni, our alumni office would like me to remind you to come to the home games, to stay in touch with us, and share your lives with us. I want to personally congratulate you. You are now full-grown and mighty lions. Could I have a show of hands? Does anyone remember Disney's Lion King? Of course. You are Simba, and you are Nala. You were set apart from your youth. You could have chosen any university, but you did not. You chose this campus, these courses, and these professors. Why? There is an unction within you that pulled you here, that drew you to this mount. Your unction will lead your destiny. Some of you, like Simba and I, will wander far. Some of you, like Nala, will remain close to the pride. Wherever you go, you will always be lions first. And all of you, wherever you roam, will call this place home. So remember this time and space, these buildings, these professors, the maintenance staff, the quad, the views, sports, your faith. And remember that the best leaders are the ones who are fully aware that they are first servants in the circle of life. Live your life consciously and remember who you are.
Thank you, Cynthia. To our friends and family here today, following the benediction, please remain in your places until the faculty and graduates have left the hall under the direction of our faculty marshals. You may join your graduate up on the driveway between the Harrington Center and Seton Center and the quad. Would the audience please rise for the benediction that will be offered by Sister Annette Muckerhide. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
May our gracious God, the source of life, bless our graduates today with joy and enthusiasm as they begin new chapters in their lives and carry the spirit and values of the Mount with them. May God, the source of mercy and kindness, bless our graduates with a deep sense of compassion and courage as they fulfill their new roles in society. May God, the source of all love, bless these graduates with loving companions and friends to support them through life and enable them to be sources of love for the world. May God, the source of wisdom and understanding, bless our administrators and faculty with the wisdom and knowledge they need to continue to carry out and celebrate the mission of the Mount. May God, who calls us to service with the gifts and talents we need, bless our university staff who serve with the strength and courage to serve the entire community. May God, who gifts us with family and friends to support us through life, bless the family and friends of our graduates with peace and joy as we shower them with our gratitude. And may God bless us all, be in us and for us a force of love, wisdom, compassion, and service to our whole world. With grateful hearts, we ask all of this in and through Jesus the Christ. Amen.